Hey, and thank you so much for making the choice to tune in to chat with Trina. Today I'm chatting with two of my longtime friends that I haven't talked to in forever, so I'm super excited. Hey everybody, this is Miss Trina, the little diva with Chat with Trina, and I am here today with Miss Leslie Mallory and Mr. Lewis Butta
That's right.
Neal. Woo woo!
Yeah.
Yes!
Woo-hoo.
So excited to see them. Butta!
Hey,
Butta!
Trina. And my girl.
Yes, it's been so long.
I'm
I
trying
have
to tell
missed.
you, man. We gotta
Yes,
cool this is over. We'll be there.
you got to come soon.
That's
I was like,
right.
what people may not know is that you and I go way back. Me, you, and
Oh
Rock
yeah.
used to hang out and have some fun
Oh yeah.
times. Yo,
That's right.
remember when your wardrobe was my roommate?
Right, right. You're
We
right
gonna
about
keep
that. We had
that.
a lot
We
of
gonna
fun
keep
though.
that on the low. But
Yeah, we had a lot of fun though.
I know it was a crazy time, but we had some fun.
Yes,
So,
sir.
So Leslie, are you from? Are y'all both? Are y'all from Baltimore originally? Where are y'all from?
I'm from Baltimore.
Born
She's
and raised?
also Leslie is also from Baltimore.
Okay. Are
Yes,
y'all born and
in a
raised?
little area close by called Glen Burnie.
Oh, okay, okay. Butter. When did you start dancing?
I started dancing when I was about at the age of 5 with my
Really?
mother and father. Yes.
So they were dancers as well.
Oh yeah, they met dancing.
Oh, how cool. So that's
Yep.
how you, because one of my questions was gonna be where did you find dance, but you had a family of dancers.
Oh yes.
What kind of dancing did
My
they
mother,
do?
they did swing.
Oh,
What they call it now, hand dancing.
okay.
We're from another era, so we call it hand dancing.
So was that the first? That's the first dance you did then, hand dancing.
Yes.
What is actually hand dancing?
Hand dancing is a dance that couples do that implement all dance styles because it's dancing using your hands,
Oh,
holding hands, never to try to let go of hands. So we named it hand dancing.
almost
If you
like the
do,
old school when they used to do that dance where they hold a hand, they do the hand in the air. What was that? Is that swinging?
no, this is turns and dips and lifts while
Oh,
holding hands,
okay.
doing footwork with each other at the same timing and holding hands while doing it. So we called it hand dancing.
Hand dancing. Where did hand dance originate? Can you tell us that?
Baltimore hand dancing originated in Baltimore and nowhere else has a style like our style because each area or region have different styles. Fast, a lot of footwork, or a lot of slow movement.
Mm,
But Baltimore, you can tell people from Baltimore the way they dance.
okay. Lady Champagne mentioned a style called fast dancing to me before that I had never heard of, but she said it's just that. People dance partner, but they're dancing
Fast
fast.
dancing, right, by themselves.
Oh, okay, it's by themselves.
They're not dancing with women.
Oh,
Right.
okay,
So it's fast
okay.
dancing.
Just like it sounds.
It's kind of hard, it's kind of complicated to do when you're hand dancing because you're dancing by yourself, but you're dancing with a partner. You have to look out for them, their
Mm,
safety, so they won't fall or lose their footing.
that's
So
uh-huh.
you have to make amalgamations that coincides with you and her.
Mm. Um, it's a question I had later on, but I'm gonna ask it now since you're bringing that up. What do you feel? And Leslie, you can answer this as well. What do you feel are some of the most important things to be a successful competition or showcase dancer? For example, I hear a lot about musicality, but what about personality? What about timing? What about watching out for your partner?
You're correct about the timing, about the choreography, about the connection, how you appear, the costuming, and absolutely almost can't stand the song anymore until you get it right. So it's being committed. Both of you have to be committed to working that dance and to perfecting it to the point where you.
I want to reiterate that you have to actually choreograph your routine to go with the music. If the music has different sounds in it, different breaks, you got to hit that. You just can't dance through it. The
Gotcha.
timing, people look at that. If the dancing or the music, you have to pick one of the two.
Okay. So do you guys pick, so you pick your music and you choreograph to the music is what you're saying?
If you pick the lyrics, music, you have to dance to the music. Practice is important. You got to practice every day that you can to make sure that you're dancing in sync with each other. You're entertaining the audience, not yourself. You entertain the audience. You make sure your lines are straight. Your fingers are either open or closed. You're looking at each other and not the floor. That's the sign of a good dancer. Your clothes is very important. We buy clothes from overseas, unique fashions that Leslie wear that I want to match her instead of her matching me.
Right.
So when you come out, you look like something they never saw before in the club. In no social setting, this is a dance demo. In a dance demo, you have to look good. Your hair got to be straight. Face got to be clean. Got to be clean shaven for the men. And you got to look like the dance belongs to you.
What about the personality? So is that the same thing? Like, do you guys, because you guys look like you're having so much fun when you're dancing, which is what I love. It's something I don't see that often on the dance floor anymore. People are looking so serious, which I do that too, but I'm not in competition or showcasing. But people look so serious. You guys look like you're having a ball.
When you're dancing, you're supposed to have fun. You're supposed to look like you're not thinking about the routine. If you're thinking about the routine, people can see it in your face. You're too serious. You're concentrating. When we dance, we know the routine, so we don't concentrate on the routine because we know it. Dance it. Have fun. Touch. Play with your hair. Make a grin. Make a facial gesture that pour all of your inability to bring the crowd into you. Once you get that crowd, you got them.
And then the other thing is that when we have done competitions, Lewis is a musician by nature. He was a drummer. And
so, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was a drummer.
And so every piece of music we've always picked, we have considered what is the appeal. I think you said it was 80% of the music was part of the judging. If the judges are in tune to whatever song that you pick, they are more likely to be open and give you better scores than a song that they have never heard before. So we're always listening and looking at music to see what is appealing to the judges and to the crowd, what is popular, and then you start from there. When people pick music that people are familiar with, they're more likely to be drawn in, and the judges are likely to say, oh, I know that song. So they're into it already. When you pick abstract music, you know, it takes a few minutes for everybody to say, recognize what's going on. and you know, and they can deduct points at times because of it, because of the, you know, sometimes the music is too original. It's, you know,
Oh, it's almost like when someone's social dancing, and if it's not a song they're used to yet, they may not be receptive to dancing to it.
True,
that's
true.
very true. That's very
Yeah.
true. So that has a whole lot to do with the musical selection. 75 to 80% of the entire dance is based on what song did you pick to compete
That
to?
is
Are they going
interesting.
to recognize it? Yes, absolutely.
Musicality is scored. Musicality meaning that you're dancing to the music. You're not just dancing. And you
Mm-hmm.
want to pick the most favorite song that's on the radio waves, like James Fox, Don't Need It. People like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So that's what you're going to dance. You can be a great dancer, but if your music is jacked up,
Yeah.
they don't see you. Right.
Also, because I was thinking that the you
You're
because they're
right
gonna hear
about
that
that.
beat to the they're gonna hear that beat to the music first. So it's like, oh man, that's my song. They're gonna tear this up. Then they
Yes,
be ready, and you got them. Okay, I get that.
Right,
exactly,
I
right.
get
exactly.
that.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
And being that you got that, being that you got that as a dance couple, you got to hit it. You got
Yeah.
to hit it where it hurts. You got to make sure it's pronounced, make sure it's not suggestive or elusive to any
Hmm.
kind of sex or bias or race. It's got to be for all people.
So, like Lewis is saying, there is a sexuality inside of the music. Sometimes people are a little too suggestive in their
Hmm.
dances, and there are points taken off for the suggestiveness of the dance.
Right.
Really?
So
Yeah.
I think a lot of the younger dancers coming up, they're aware. We know that you have these wonderful younger bodies, and this music may make you want to move in a particular way, but it's not appropriate to do certain motions and gestures inside of the music.
Right.
Uh,
Lady.
you can be classy and sexy without being inappropriate. So
Hmm.
the ladies,
Hmm.
I can only speak for myself.
Hmm.
It is about bringing the classy sexiness, if you're going to bring that, and not
Right.
crossing the line and doing something that's lewd or suggestive inside the dance. And even for the men also, that if you are doing the dance and you make a gesture that's inappropriate, then they will knock points off you, and then they'll kind of look at you differently. So
Mm.
there's a lot of rules to consider when creating a dance. And yes, we're very happy when we're picking out our music. We pick music that makes us happy, and
Hmm.
then we start with designing the dance and doing the choreography. Well, does this look good here, or does this look good there, or let's try this. And there is a lot of uh, we do a lot of brainstorming, just
Hmm.
sitting down for hours, listening to the music,
Thinking it through.
seeing
Wow.
what the start, what the middle, what the end's going to look like. Well, if we find a few steps that we think might fit in the middle better than they fit at the end, then that's
Mhm.
what we do. And so, but we're always collaborating on how that routine is going to look, beginning, middle,
And
end.
the
And
end.
we're in an agreement about that.
And you only have 3 minutes. You have 3 minutes to dance. After 3 minutes, people don't want to see no more. 3 minutes.
Well, that's the music. I said
If
3 minutes.
you dance past 3 minutes, it's too much.
Mm.
Give them 3 minutes of nice, energetic, entertaining music, and that's danceable.
Right.
Mm.
So, what I always do when I design it, I look at what ending we have used before. And when you start dancing, I look at what are we going to begin with? Are we going to walk out? Are
Oh
we going
yeah.
You always have to greet the crowd by bowing, by do-si-do, to let them or acknowledge that you appreciate them being there for them. And then we're going to give you a show. We ain't going to
Right.
give it all to you at one time, but we're going to start off slow and work up to the middle and give you something very highlighted in the middle. The
Yes.
end had to be very strong, very powerful,
Mm-hmm.
and say, "Mm."
Yeah, they did
So
that.
when you walk off the floor and you say, hey,
Pretty much, yeah.
I bow
Yeah.
to you, thank you very much.
Almost like a story.
Next.
It's almost like a story to where it starts off,
Right,
and sometimes you want to skip
right,
to the middle, but you start off and you build up to the, what do you call it? The
right.
I can't think of the word, but yeah, I guess
Climax.
whatever. Climax. There you go. Thank you.
Comment.
That's the
Yes.
word I'm looking for. So there is this controversy, and you kind of spoke to this, Leslie, but there's a controversy or always a conversation about making changes to the dance, fusing various dance styles into one, and that conversation can go on and on and on. I hear it a lot. So as well-respected dancers and legendary dancers who've danced all over, how do you feel about combining dances and adding your own flavor that's outside of the box? Is it ever okay,
I
even in
love
a
it.
competition?
I love it. I love it. When me and
Mm-hmm.
Leslie dance, we think of things that people haven't done. If
Mm-hmm.
we see something that people are used to seeing, we change it to make it our own. Don't do it the same way, but we make it
Right.
our own. And the
So can that
music
be
is
done in
saying,
competition though?
oh yeah,
So here's the interesting part, and I've had a couple conversations with dancers from across the country about it. Is that are so they're taking elements from their dances that they grew up with in their hometowns, and they're adding in elements of other genres of dance, be it salsa or
Mm-hmm.
West Coast or East Coast, or and making it their own,
Mm-hmm.
and giving it, if you will, extra flavor cutter. And so the question is, if you're dealing with people competing, you're going to have judges that are aware of all of the styles of
Mm-hmm.
dance, and the judges are going to have to decide what is the standard, what is the new standard going to be, with everybody basically kind of adding a little bit of flavor from each of these dance styles.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you judge it? You know, people can do it, but is it going to
Mm-hmm.
be understood by the judges? And what is
Judges.
the perception going to be overall at the end of the day? Because we
Mm.
don't have pure dances anymore. Everybody is taking a little bit of the best of whatever that they're seeing, or whatever classes that they're being exposed to in all of the different genres. And the
Mm-hmm.
question is that in the judging, are people going to understand and say, okay, we recognize that this is a mixture, a compilation of
Mm-hmm.
the basic style that whatever this person does, with some added other dances in it? And do you accept that, or do you penalize them for that?
to add to that,
Mm-hmm.
the judges normally has a briefing to all the competitors
Mm-hmm.
and telling them the standards, what can be done and what can be done. If
Mm-hmm.
there's no list required, you can't do no list. Drops are good, but dancing is more important. Dancing instead of all these lists and tricks and all that. They want you to dance.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what they want to see.
Because it's a dance competition.
Right.
It's a dance competition,
Not a trick competition.
but the judges also have to have some exposure to all of the genres,
Mm-hmm.
because we were talking with Frank Ross, who is a dance researcher that
Mm-hmm.
mentioned in Lewis's book. And
Mm-hmm.
we've kind of had this overriding discussion about the fact that there are lots of places where they say it is hand dancing, it is swing, it is two-step, it is, but according to where you are, it's their version of it. You know,
Mm.
Houston, Dallas, Detroit, New York, California, Missouri, North Carolina, everybody's saying they're doing a particular, if you say it's a bop, then whose
Yeah.
bop is it?
Right.
And the judges have to be well versed. If you say it's swing, then whose swing is it? So we're talking about educating a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
about judging people who are doing not only their homegrown dance,
Mm-hmm.
like your dance is there, and then
Mm-hmm.
you're adding what you're learning from other people. You know, you need to understand what all of those dances are, what it all means, and then judge them across the board. The standard should be
Gotcha.
across the board for the innovative use of the dance plus other dances they've been exposed to.
Mm-hmm.
In
Oh,
other,
that makes so much sense.
in other words, stick to your own roots. You can add other flavor,
Uh-huh.
but don't get it twisted by doing somebody else's dance. You can't do that dance better than them.
I see that.
It don't work. I ain't gonna try to step. Chicago, they used.
What does, and I'm gonna ask each of you separately. Leslie, what does dancing do for you?
Makes me feel free. I feel liberated. I feel the ability to express myself in the most natural and organic way possible. It's just an expression of how I feel through my body,
Yeah.
through my feet,
Yeah.
and my mind and my spirit. It all comes out all at the same time. So it allows me to let it out and for
Yeah.
others to see it.
Wow, wonderful. What about you, Mr. Butter? What does
Ready for
dance do
me?
for you? Yeah, what does dance do for you?
Oh, it makes me feel like there's hope.
Hmm.
I mean, hope in what you do. It's very educational. It's very helpful physically because through my strokes, as I wrote about, it helped me stay limber, my muscle,
Mm-hmm.
and it lets people know that I'm not a quiet guy. I can be loud, I can be quiet, I can be rowdy, I can be nice.
Yeah.
So it shows you in the dance the energy that I put into it,
Mm-hmm.
all cannot express it. I can express my energy holding Leslie's hand. Anybody else, I can't do it with because they're gonna be like, "What the hell's going on?" She knows I'm, so she'll laugh at me really quick. You know, if I do something crazy,
Crazy.
like flip up a bag and stuff like that. It's entertaining, and the
Mm-hmm.
crowd just loves it.
They do.
And we love the crowd. We love the crowd.
Awesome. I love to watch you and Leslie dance. And you look like I said this
Thank
already.
you.
You look you're having so much fun. I even go back and look at some of the videos, and I think some people forget or they're not taught that dance is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be life. It's
Right.
supposed to be that thing that makes you happy, right? And
Yep.
another person I like to watch is Deanna Ball. She don't know me
Yeah.
from
Deanna?
Adam, but I love to turn on a video when I ain't doing my best and flip that and she come on. She's so happy and so excited and just doing her thing. So one day
Yep.
I saw that she was gonna be dancing with Butter on a video. I was like, oh my God,
Yeah.
this gonna be something. So I had to click that and I was wow. I mean, it immediately made me smile and happy. You know, Butta crazy on the dance floor anyway. So both of them together, oh my gosh, it was
Oh
awesome.
my God.
So
Thank you.
I just wanted to say that I see I use y'all's videos and watch them sometimes, and you probably don't even know it. And then I saw that one with Deanna and you, and I was like, oh my goodness. What do y'all like better, competitions or showcases, or is it even?
Competition.
Really?
I love
I expected
competition.
you to say showcasing.
No, because competition gets us ready for a showcase. It prepares us.
Yeah,
Competition does prepares us for a showcase.
gotcha. Oh, okay, okay. I was thinking, so I've been telling everybody I'm 51 now. So my goal since for about 10 years was to be in a dance competition just one time by the time I turned 50. Didn't happen because I can't find a
You,
partner.
you can do it.
Um, but
You
I'm
can
gonna
do it
do it one
though.
of these days. You know, I'm scared as hell, but I'm gonna do it. So it's something I always wanted to do. May have to pull Butter down here and get him to come do a what do you call it, a pro-am
Yes.
That's
with
right.
me. That
Yes.
would be so much
Yeah.
fun.
Yes.
Pro-am.
Yes.
Pro-am.
I'm game for that.
Okay, so
That's
your
okay.
exciting new endeavor, you have added author to your long list of accomplishments, Butter. Now let's chat about the art of hand dancing that saved my life. Your new book. How did you decide?
Long time ago, when I
You
first
just
started
really,
dancing, but I
really.
never thought it would come true. And when I
Oh.
wrote it after my 6 shows, at
Mm-hmm.
6 shows, I never thought that could happen to me. I wasn't taking care of my health. I was just
Yeah.
dancing. But dancing takes all the physical, mental abilities out of you if you don't
Take care of
watch
yourself.
what you eat,
Mm-hmm.
watch what you're drinking, like a lot of sugar, drink lots of water, eat the right food, stay away from beef and pork because it does stuff to you that the Bible expresses to you. It will hold you back. So your dream of becoming a great dancer, and me and my brother decided to put it in a book so it could pass on to my grandchildren so they can pass it on to others.
Awesome.
We like
Wait a minute.
sharing.
One more thing. Let
Lift
me ask
somebody up
that.
by that bootstrap.
Yeah, let me ask this real quick. Do your children dance? Any of your children or grandchildren dance?
My grandkid, oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
4 years old and 6, they dancing. I can't even get to sleep at night. They Michael Jackson. They want to know. You started that lady with 3 legs. You can give me one. Yeah, I can slide between my legs.
Oh my God.
I said, not yet, not yet. Hey,
That's
but they
it.
dancing. Put on some
Awesome.
music. Oh my God,
Hmm.
they go crazy. I
That's
ain't
awesome.
mean just jumping up and down.
That's
They trying to do
crazy.
what they seen me do, and
Uh-huh.
on the video they see Leslie, they watch
Uh-huh.
somebody like Leslie go back, come into their life, and be committed. Leslie is committed. When Leslie said I'm gonna be at practice 3 days a week, she gonna be there.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
She gonna be there
That's
till you
important in
get
a
there.
partner as well.
With the music.
Leslie mentioned that earlier.
That's
Because
important.
this book is based on your life.
Look at in the thing where your hands should be, how to look up, how to
Mm-hmm.
grin, how to show people that it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Make it look like social dancing, but make sure when you practice it, you're on point.
That you're what?
On point. On point.
On point.
Right. I have
So when do you decide that, I'm sorry, when do you decide that it's enough practice? Or is there ever enough
Oh,
practice
It's
for
never,
it's never enough.
competition?
Never.
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 You know, I
Never.
wake up in my sleep and think of a new move and
Think
call
about
Leslie. And we're right now, and the
uh-huh.
next day we're practicing.
Too funny. Well, you know what? When Rock and I are practicing, we did a performance for my birthday, my 50th birthday last year.
Oh,
And both of us,
congratulations.
Wow.
we
Awesome.
hadn't danced in a long time. And so both of us have gained a little weight. And you know, we always doing stuff when he lift me in the air. Child, that first
Right.
time he lifted me up, we both fell right on back down.
And you danced it off. You just played it
We
off
did.
on
We
the
Make
got
it,
on
floor.
back
make
up
it,
and said we got to
Yes.
make
make it
it.
a move.
So
Make it
yeah,
a
but it was
move.
so fun. But it was good to be dancing with him again because
Yes.
he's a fun person to dance
Yeah,
with.
he is.
Talk to me about the book a little bit. I know
The
you said you
book,
had six. Did you say you had 6 strokes?
6 strokes.
Wow.
And I was so grateful to God that, because I was falling down. I couldn't walk. I couldn't eat. I had a hard
Wow.
time pronouncing my words. And
Mm,
Leslie told me I was a walking miracle.
you are.
When she,
Absolutely.
when she told me that, it gave me hope. So I said, I got to write a book about this
Hmm.
because people need to know because they have medical or physical disabilities. Do not stop.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Push yourself. Make it work. Make it work.
Make it work.
And that's what kept me alive.
Wow. But I had no idea. I had absolutely no idea this had gone on. I have not purchased the book yet, but it
Mm.
is. I'm definitely going to do so. Um, but you know, I'm spoiled, so I'm gonna need to figure out how I can get mine autographed first. So, so
Wow. We are going to come to Texas. We are coming.
Prior to us coming to Texas, you can send me your address and we will mail you the book with a
I'm gonna take care of
signed
that.
Yes.
autograph
Yes.
by me. And
Absolutely.
Leslie.
So when y'all come to Texas, y'all already have a calendar for when you're gonna do your book signings? Because I would love to host one.
Oh,
Oh,
that would be
that would be nice.
fantastic. Yes,
Well,
we
I'm putting
can
that out there,
We're,
absolutely do that.
we're
and
gonna let you set it up.
I have the
Yes.
venue and everything that we can use, and we can make it happen.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
That's
Woohoo! See,
good.
see how things happen when we like each other. I'm
Yeah,
joking.
you got me sticking my chest out.
Absolutely.
That
Absolutely.
would be
Don't make me
I would be
cry.
honored to make that happen and get that
Yeah.
kicked off for you
Thank
guys
you
here.
so much.
Yes,
Thank you,
yes.
Trina.
So, how can we purchase the book?
Amazon.com
.com.
and put in the title, The Creative Art Dance,
The art of him.
The Art of Hand Dance That
Mhm.
Saved My Life by Neal.
It'll come right up. And it comes in like 2 days or so. It comes pretty quickly.
Okay, okay. Um,
And it's the
I know you.
only price, is very cheap, $20. Can't
Awesome,
beat
and
that.
you can't beat that when it's the story of your life at all. And we all so I know you mentioned something quickly last night, but what's next for Mr. Butter Lewis or Lewis Butter Neal? What's next? And Leslie, you too. What's next for y'all?
Well, Leslie and a friend of ours are getting together and throwing around. We're going to get a national black dance museum. A museum
Wow.
for black folks to see.
Right. So we're working with Frank Ross, who is the African American dance historian, and he actually
Mm-hmm.
has an exhibit in the bottom of his house that's just unbelievable
What is it?
of dance styles and dance history, not only here in the United States, but
Africa.
across the world, that African American people have been dancing for thousands of years, and he
Wow.
has been documenting all of the dances. And I had put out, I'm trying to think of who I said that to. On my Facebook page, I had
Mm-hmm.
started talking about if whatever dance that you do where you live,
Mm-hmm.
send him an artifact, send him an article, talk about your dance, where it came from, send him video, pictures,
Oh,
stories,
wow.
something about the dance where you are.
And it
So it
will
can be
be in the
And it
included.
will
museum.
be included in the museum, because he's interested in presenting the accurate facts of
Yes.
African American dance.
Dance.
Nothing against Alvin Ailey
Yeah.
and Dance Theater of Harlem, but
Mm-hmm.
we've been doing a lot of other dances
Mm-hmm.
for a
Mm-hmm.
very long time. And so
Yeah.
it's about the accurate documentation of the dances and the dance histories from one end of this country to the
Way
other,
back.
to across the water and everybody over there.
Where it came
So
from?
we are kind of right now to
Yes,
create
that
this
sounds so
museum. It's
exciting.
actually started in his basement. We are excited, and we are excited and talking to dancers everywhere,
Colleges,
African American dancers,
schools.
about, because a lot of people are dying off and we're
Yeah,
losing the history.
exactly.
And
I'm
so
gonna say this. I don't mean to
we
interrupt you, but I'm
need
gonna
to
say
be talking to that.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt. You know, with the internet, we can't tell we're talking over each other. But I'm sorry. But
Right.
one thing that I want to say is that was one of the things about this show. I do different things, but as far as the dance, I don't like history to be erased. You know, because you can't go forward if you don't know your history. So
Right,
that
right.
what you're saying and what you're working on fits right into my thought and my passion as far as dance is concerned.
Yes.
Wonderful. And where's the museum going to be in Boston?
We got
I
one
mean,
already.
Baltimore, not Boston, Baltimore.
We got one in Cleveland, but
It's in Cleveland, Ohio, in his house, but we're really interested in moving it to a permanent setting that will encompass the whole collection. It's
Right.
huge, and it's growing every day, because we're asking, and he's asking people to send
The
artifacts
artifacts.
from their dance histories from across the country and across the world. So we're in the process of looking for a permanent space
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
to house the artifact, house the museum,
Mm-hmm.
and we're also looking at maybe even traveling with it, with maybe 60 or 70 selected pieces, and as the pandemic lifts,
Yes.
that we could come around to all of the African American cities and open it
Yeah.
up, not just to us, but to everybody.
Yeah, because
Everybody
everybody
needs to
needs to
learn
know.
about what it is
Yeah,
we've been doing in planting
absolutely.
stages. Well, absolutely, everybody
Yeah.
needs
thank
to.
you.
You know, it also makes me think about the traveling museum, like during Black History Month. Even though Black History Month is 365, at the end of
Yeah,
the
Right,
day,
right.
Black History Month is an awesome time to do something like that as well.
Right.
yes, yes.
God, this is really this is exciting.
Yeah,
I like that. I really like that. So,
This guy named Frank Ross, I'm
uh-huh.
telling you, his collection is mind blowing.
it's absolutely
Wow.
amazing.
I can
Absolutely.
imagine. I can imagine. I can't wait to for this to happen and see it. I'm not coming to
We
Cleveland, Ohio.
want to
Yeah,
make,
it's cold in Cleveland in the wintertime, so I ain't coming to Cleveland, and it gotta be
yeah,
hot.
I know it's cold, it's cold.
So we gonna have to get some sponsorship so we can help Mr.
That's
Ross.
what I'm saying. We need some
We got to
sponsorship.
get that done. Yeah.
Yes.
So we
And
got to get the word out.
Texas will be included because a lot of my friends there, old
Mhm.
school dancers,
Mhm.
that dance in Texas came before the slaves was free. They were
Wow.
doing it. The Texas Army was doing it in Texas. And that was
Sheesh.
before Olympia. People don't know that.
But I think it's just the ability to uh, document the history and
Yeah,
then expose our young people to the legacy, the
definitely.
beautiful legacy and histories that we have of African American dances.
Mm-hmm.
You need to see
Yeah.
it.
Because the cool thing about it, there have been much some younger dancers that are coming into this on the scene. It will be awesome for them to be able to see, because sometimes, and this is not a bad thing, it's just when you're young, sometimes you don't see the importance of the history or the people,
Right.
or you see people on the dance floor. Because I've seen, y'all know Mr. Lee Perry, that's my
Yes,
dude.
yes.
So I've seen people kind of, make a little fun or joke when they're young when they see it. And I'm thinking, what? First of all, y'all don't even know who he is. Do
You
y'all
don't
know
know
who
who he
this
is.
legend
Yes,
is?
Right.
So it would
Right.
be awesome, and it bothers me. But of course, I know who he is. But
right.
for them to hear these kind of stories, and they'll know, hey, we wouldn't be doing this swing out and
Right.
dipping and
Yes,
flipping and sliding through
yes,
legs had it not been for Mr. Lee and the people before
yes,
him.
yes,
So
Right.
I
yes,
think this is
yes.
really, really good and awesome, wonderful.
Yep.
I can't wait. So, God, that's exciting. So let me just tell y'all, I was not expecting this conversation to go this way. So I want to say, in regard to the competition, that's been a lot of talk, a lot of conversations going on. Mr. Jay Owens has a little thing he does on,
I know him.
right. So he's been doing a little thing, and then I think Dominic Hammond's and a couple of, and they just kind of talk about swing out dancing or whatever. And so
Right.
Right.
sometimes, people want to know, and the things that you said today really spoke on some of the conversations they've had, and I really appreciate that this is the way our conversation went, because you
Thank
explained some
you.
good, wonderful, gave some great advice about competitions and showcases that this is going to be awesome for people to hear. So I can't wait to post it.
Okay.
um Leslie, I do thank you and appreciate you too for making the statement about we can be classy and sexy, because I
Yes.
thought about something. Even though those judges are bound to certain rules, at the
Right.
end of the day, it's subjective. And if they
Yes.
see you
Right.
doing a move that could be offensive to them, you don't.
Right.
They can mark you. You know what I mean? So, because I
Yes.
do
They can mark
scholarships.
it.
Yeah, and I'm on scholarship committees. And sometimes you read the story and it's up to you. It's outside of those scores. It's up to you when you read
Right.
that story, and
Yes.
they ask you a few questions that come from you. So,
Mhm.
and I compare that to this. So I also appreciate something I learned today that I thought was awesome that I take away from this conversation is that um, judges need to know a little bit about all of the dances.
Yes.
Because when
What they
people are coming in
do.
and making that gumbo of
Right. Right.
dance,
Right.
That's right.
Right.
they need to, that's very important. Or you could, yeah, I really took a lot away from this, and we've only been on for what, 47 minutes, and I done learned so much. Look, I've been dancing since 2006, and I done learned more in this 45 minutes than I learned the whole time. So I really appreciate, and I do with, hopefully we can do this again, and we have more bandwidth
Absolutely.
for our enemies
Okay.
in interview. So maybe when y'all
That's
come for the book signing, we
Yes.
can do
right.
a conversation, and we'll be live,
Absolutely.
and we could do that,
Yes.
because I think
Sure.
your advice and your statements have been just overwhelmingly nice today. So I
Thank you
appreciate it.
so much.
So y'all, I appreciate you. I actually met my
I too.
time today. I
Wow.
didn't go over
Wonderful.
2 hours. I
Yay.
thank y'all so much for agreeing to me. This is such an honor, and I appreciate
Okay.
both of you, and I love y'all to death. I'm gonna get my book. I'm gonna get a signed one,
We we
and
love you.
love you, Leslie. Get with
Much
me
love
about
to
that book
you.
signing. You hear me, Leslie?
Yes.
Get with me about the book signing so we can get
Yes.
that. Let this COVID get on out the way. Oh,
Well,
one more
absolutely.
thing. One more thing. I'm sorry.
Will do.
COVID. Let me ask y'all about COVID real quick. I saw y'all in some pictures. And you're doing things, but you are being safe. Can you guys
True.
say something to the audience, to our dancers who are getting a little impatient because they want to get out there and dance? Can you offer them some encouragement, a little advice about how they can still do something but be safe?
We've done things in Ohio together.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Leslie. We danced but we were 6 feet apart with masks on.
It's certainly been a challenge, to say the least.
Yeah, I'm sure.
A lot of people are stir crazy because they've been in their houses for the past 7 months or so. And the fact that as human beings, we have not been social as we have been brought up to be.
Mm-hmm.
And dancing is certainly an outlet to relieve stress, see your friends. It's a whole lot of things that go on with dancing, and so it's like somebody we have withdrawal symptoms in the dance community. I'll call it that.
I agree with that.
The thing that everybody has to absolutely realize, yes, is that real. When we decide to interact with other people, there have to be certain guidelines in place on the numbers, on the mask wearing, on the hand sanitizers, on the distancing.
Gotta do that.
In order for us to be here, we're talking about people's existence. And I don't want anybody to ever take it for granted.
Absolutely.
I mean, we've had years and years and years of dancing. I know everybody's crazy, but it is not time yet to go back out. I don't care what's going on. And dance like we've been dancing in the past. You can wait it out. I walk every day. It's a stress reliever. I talk to people I haven't talked to in a long time. I go to Tai Chi, and it's 6 feet apart. It's outside. So I'm currently reading a couple of books that I haven't had a chance to. One is about the caste system in the United States. Expand your mind.
Yeah.
Take yoga. Take Tai Chi. Learn some line dances in your house. Learn how to cook something different.
This is that time to take that. This is a good time to do something that we haven't done before, or that we didn't have time to do before.
Absolutely. We will dance again.
We will.
But safely. It is about your existence as a human being. All of March, all of April, when so many dancers passed on. I was completely upset because people had gone out and danced with each other and spread the virus. It's just going to be a while longer.
Yeah, hold on.
Yes, hold on.
I posted this morning that obedience, faith, patience.
Yes.
Yep.
What are the things that I think about? I'm not saying I haven't been anywhere, but I like live music. I'm not doing any dancing, but I will go sit at my little table with my drink and of course my food that I love so much, and listen to me some good live music, and I mask up if I'm not eating. So I'll do that. That's kind of, I love music, live music and dancing. So I've had to take one of those and do that. But I want to mention this, Leslie, since you said you're reading, I don't know if you've read The 4 Agreements.
Okay.
Read that.
I will look that up.
It's really good. It's really good. So guys, thank you again so much. I can't wait to see you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I'm just happy, Butta, that dance have saved your life, dude.
Yeah.
We need you here. We need you here. We need this book. But I love y'all, and we'll see you soon. Thank you again for everything.
Thank you for your support.
Bye.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Thank you. All right, see you later. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Guys, that was just an awesome chat. I'm so excited. Thank you, Butta. Thank you, Leslie. I really appreciate your time today, and I took away so much from this chat. Guys, hey, don't forget, Get Lewis's book, The Art of Hand Dancing, How It Saved His Life. And hey, it's that time, guys. It's voting season. We got work to do. We've got work to do. Get out there and vote. And don't wait around to November. Early voting starts October 13th. And you don't have to go to a certain place. You can go vote at any poll. So let's get it done. And also, go to youtube.com/chatwithtrina and click the subscribe button so you can be updated when I upload a new video. Good night.